It's before you start.
Yeah, before you start. All right.
Mommy made me mash my M&M's.
No, stop it. No. All right, chill. Okay.
So speaking of mashing M&M's, today we're going to be melting chocolate to make chocolate praline cookies.
To just take over my entire intro. I'm never having you on as a guest again. Oh my god. Okay. Hey friends, my name's Gabrielle. Welcome to Bruce Reads, and we're doing Books and Cooks, which is something I have not done in a while. This is Paul.
Hi.
He's actually an actual real chef, which is cool, or a cook.
Yeah, both work.
Both work? Okay. So he's here to help me actually pretend I know what I'm doing, because I do all the bookish stuff and he does all the cooking stuff. And that's how this is working from now on. So I brought him on. He's going to help me. Hopefully he'll actually know how to cook things, since it's never worked in the past. Hopefully. We already have absolutely no materials that we're supposed to have according to the recipe, so we're going to be improvising a lot, which is going to be great. We are making chocolate praline cookies, which were featured on Gilmore Girls, and I know it's not directly book related, but it is more kind of like in that pop culture realm, and I kind of want to do something fun since today's Valentine's Day, so why not? What are you looking at?
And this counts as a book.
Oh yeah, this is a book. It's here, hold on, ready? It's Eat Like a Gilmore. It is Daily Cravings, an unofficial cookbook for fans of Gilmore Girls with 100 new recipes by Kirsty Carlson and other author people.
So technically still a book.
Technically still book related. And Rory reads a lot of books in Gilmore Girls, so I'm like picking up all the scripts, I'm sorry.
She probably read this one too, I would assume.
He hasn't seen Gilmore Girls.
Or wrote it. Maybe she wrote it.
No, she didn't write it. This is just like food featured in it. So this is food featured in Gilmore Girls or inspired by food in Gilmore Girls.
Yeah, I've had this video for a while. Oops, I got real behind on editing.
The chocolate praline cookies were in the episode where Suki is trying to plan Lorelai's engagement party to Max, and she's begging Michelle to tell her which cookie sounds better, or is better, the chocolate praline or something else. Obviously the chocolate praline are what we're going with because they are more memorable. Also, Paul is featuring my new A Murderous Affair merch shirt, which is a design that says, "I like my women with a little mayhem and murder." If you guys don't know, I have a podcast called A Murderous Affair where I talk about women in history known for mayhem and murder, and it's great and super fun. And I upload episodes weekly on Apple Podcasts or Podbean or basically anywhere you can find podcasts. So if you haven't checked that out, link in the description down below. I'm talking way too fast.
It's pretty cool.
It is pretty cool. It is pretty cool. Thank you. So yes, if you like true crime, if you like history, if you like just learning cool stories about women and what they've done, then check it out. So that is what we're doing today. So we're gonna get to the cooking part, which is going to be a fantastic experiment.
Alright, so here you can see we actually had two recipes, one for the praline topping and one for the cookies, which you can find in the description down below. But it was actually a ton of fun to make, and we didn't actually need that many ingredients. We just needed some chocolate, cocoa powder, pecans, butter, sugar, flour, and baking powder, really.
Okay, do you want to explain what's happening currently?
So like she said, we're improvising. We're supposed to melt your chocolate in a double broiler, but we didn't happen to have the right size bowl to put on top of our steam. So we're gonna cheat and use the microwave to melt our chocolate. Since we're doing it that way, I'm chopping it up because the smaller and the thinner the pieces, the easier that it'll melt, especially since you're using the microwave. You don't want to cook your chocolate, you just want to melt it. So the smaller pieces you have, the easier that will be.
Wow, look at, I told you guys he actually knew how to cook things. That's crazy. That means that I get to stand here and pretend I know what I'm doing and just watch as he chops chocolate. This is great. I don't know why I didn't have him as a guest on earlier, because I don't actually have to do it. It's fantastic.
It's important to not let it go for too long, so I'm going to do it for about 20 seconds, then mix it with a small spoon, and then do it for another 20 seconds consecutively until it's at the consistency that I wanted it.
Cool. Look at the modern marvels of technology. Oh, it's not showing that. So this is why I need an adult. I was in charge of mixing together the dry ingredients, and what I did instead was knock the one egg that we need off the counter, but luckily it landed magically into a gigantic mug thingy that I have. So luckily that happened, but yeah, this is why I need an adult for cooking. Why are you drinking from the bottle? Explain to the world.
Two ingredients to mix it into the wet ingredients, because you mix the wet and the dry and then you add the dry to the wet. And my job is mixing the wet ingredients, and it says after you combine the flour and the sugar and the butter, you add the melted chocolate, and then you add the egg. And she cracks they're both literally 2 ingredients next to the bowl. And the recipe that is right here is telling you to put one in and then the other. And she puts the egg in first. And I can't take it anymore.
Oh, Michelle. Kill me now.
So it's been episode 1 and I already broke
So
him.
I
It's
wanna
great.
be more laid back. Yeah.
He's also had a Red Bull, so he's a little hyper.
I want to be laid back with everybody else.
Here's our perfectly done dry ingredients. And here's our just as perfectly done wet ingredients. And here's Paul having an existential crisis.
And when he was done having an existential crisis, we put the pecans in the oven to toast.
I'm actually allowed to do something. I don't know if I'm doing it right, but I'm actually allowed to do something. So that's cool. Am I doing it right?
Yeah.
Yeah? Do I just keep...
She had the water in the pot, and she's slowly incorporating the sugar, and we're gonna simmer it till it gets a light brown color.
Look at those big fancy chef words.
So we're coating the pralines in the praline mixture that we have.
The pralines and the praline mixture.
Yeah.
That's our current state, yeah.
What? Wait, you're supposed to tell me what you
What? I'm supposed to tell you things? It's okay. Paul, show off your shirt. Show it off. So his shirt says feminism, women can be murderers too, and this is another edition of the Murder to Fair merch stuff. And I just saw what you're doing, oh no! So that's another thing that you can buy on my freemiaStreets.com/shop. It's my Murder to Fair merch. And if you maybe like this design better than the other one, then you should definitely go and check that out and maybe buy it. It's only 15 bucks, that's amazing. And yeah, all right, back to us cooking, which is really me watching Paul cook and then videoing little small bits and pieces here and there. Okay, I swear time has actually passed, but I'm back to stirring something and it smells really good. It's chocolate, so we melted the praline mixture in chocolate, and then I stirred it up a bunch, and now I'm stirring it in with the heavy cream that we had, and it looks really, really, really good. And I definitely have been tasting it as we go, so it's amazing.
And at this point, it was really late in the night, but here's how all of our cookies turned out when we first finished covering them with the praline coating, and that's the praline coating we put on top.
So that was us making the heart-shaped chocolate praline cookies. We'd love to know what you guys thought in the comments down below. What book should we pull from next? What recipes should we do? All that fun stuff. Let us know in the comments down below. Thank you, Paul, for letting me use your culinary skill and do absolutely nothing.
Thank you for having me on the show. It was my pleasure to be here, and I'm so glad. I'm looking forward to the next one.
Yay! Okay, cool. So that means that he's definitely open, and we all have that on video, and no one else can say that he never said he was ready for it. So there we go. Okay, so that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to see more of me, follow me on Instagram, Twitter, all the other social medias at Frivolous Reads. Or if you want to check out my podcast about women in history known for mayhem and murder, go to A Murderous Affair. It's available on Apple, it's on Podbean, on anywhere you can listen to podcasts. I've got cool merch shirts that Paul's been nice enough to model throughout this whole video. That's all I have for you guys today, so thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you guys later. Okay, bye.